Hello and welcome to section 7-6 percent problems. In this section we want to be able to solve problems involving percents. Most of the problems in this section we're going to be able to set up a proportion to solve. The proportion will look something like this. We'll find the percent change of the item over 100 equals the change in price of the item over the item's original price. You will want to write this formula down. Finding percent change. In this example, we're going to buy a gallon of paint. The original price of the paint is $20 and the new price is $22.50. We're interested in finding what the percent change is. We're going to use the proportion from the previous slide. In that proportion, the percent change over 100 equals the change in price over the original price. Now the original price is easy to find, it's $20, but the change in price is not necessarily the other number given to you. How much did the price change by to go from 20 to $22.50? It increased $2.50. So that is the number I go up here. Notice I'm finding percent change and that's where my variable p comes in. Now that I have a proportion set up, I can cross multiply to solve. 20p equals 100 times 2.5, which is 250. If I divide both by 20, I will get that p equals 12.5. The percent change in this problem is 12.5%. Imagine for a moment that you're back in 1994 and you are a owner of a video store selling videotapes. Originally the price of these videotapes is $6, but you're going to increase the price 5%. In order to figure out what the new price of the videotapes are, we're going to set up a proportion. I know that the percent increase goes over 100 and the original price goes in this denominator. I'm going to try to figure out the percent change so I can figure out the new price. Cross multiply to solve this proportion. I will get 100x equals 30. Divide by 100, divide by 100, and I will get that x equals 0.3. In this case, it makes sense to have a decimal as an answer because we're dealing with money. Now 30 cents is not the new price of the videotape, it's the amount that the videotape changed by. So because I'm increasing it by 30 cents, I'm going to add 30 cents to the original price. $6.30 is the new price of the tape. This example, we're buying a hammer. And we know the new price of the hammer is $8. We know the price was increased by 25%, but we're missing the original price. If we go to set up our proportion, I know that 25 will go in for percent change over 100. This is the change in price, and the denominator here is the original price. We don't know the original price, so I'm going to use a variable. Now the trick to this question is, what is the change in price? The change in price is the difference from the original price to the new price. So if I take 8, which is the new price, and subtract the original price, I will get the change in price. So this one's a little more difficult to set up because of that difference with the change in price. Notice I did 8 minus x instead of x minus 8 because the new price is larger than the original price. Now I can cross multiply to solve. 25x equals 800 minus 100x. I have variables on both sides, so I will add 100x to both sides. 125x equals 800. When I divide by 125, I will get that x is 6.40. That means the original price was $6.40. Here's our last example. This one deals with a percent decrease. A pair of shoes has a new price of $68.25. That price was decreased by 12.5%. We want to know the original price. So let us set up our proportion. And I have the percent decrease over 100 equals the percent change over the original price. I'm trying to find the original price, so I'm going to use X. The percent change, the change in price is going to be the original price minus the new price. Now notice that this setup is different than the last setup because the original price is larger than the new price. Make sure you always put the larger number first. We don't want to deal with negative numbers in this situation. X minus 68.25. Now that I have my proportion, we're going to cross multiply to solve. 12.5x equals 100x minus 6,825. I'm going to subtract 100x from both sides and get negative 87.5x equals negative 6,825. Divide. Since I'm dividing a negative by a negative, my answer will be positive, and it ends up being positive 78. That means the original price was $78.